What's up, guys? Jake with TN Tactical, coming to another special video. Today I want to talk to you about a shift in the meta, a shift in the trend in the 2A space. Now, this is something that's been brought to my attention. I kind of want to just talk about it, and that is the shift into forced reset triggers. Now, this is not anything new to you guys. If you're watching this video, you probably are fully familiar with force reset triggers, how they work. But for those that are not so familiar, essentially it's either a trigger or safety or something that allows you to remove your finger from the trigger thanks to positive displacement force pushing forward. It allows you to fire that trigger much faster than you normally would be able to, still maintaining the legal definition of one pull of the trigger releases one bullet each time. Lots of companies seem to be coming out with their own designs of force reset triggers, especially since Rare Breed won that, or rather they didn't win, they settled with the ATF on their own force reset design under the condition that number one, they enforce their patent, which we'll get to in a second, but number two, they never make them for handguns. Ever since that's happened, suddenly it's opened the floodgates to where we are getting lots of force reset trigger designs like this one from Freedom Fingers Triggers, the TX22 force reset trigger. We're seeing stuff like this, the Atrius. I'm trying to be careful not to advertise because I want to make sure YouTube knows I am not advertising anything or promoting any companies on this. I'm simply using this imagery as B-roll, as supporting footage for this video. But yes, here's the Atrius Super Selector. Their forced reset select design just uses the safety there. Okay, and then we've got AS Designs. This is their arc trigger, or excuse me, arc fire trigger that incorporates a trigger mechanism, not the hammer, mind you, not the hammer, not anything else but the trigger and the safety, which looks like it's got similar to a super safety there, but it is a rotary safety. Of course, they've got their own super safety there because it is completely patent free thanks to Mr. Hoffman Tactical. We've got their MP5, we've got their MP5K variants. I mean, this is becoming a thing. There's more of the arc fire trigger, again, not a sponsor. And of course, we've got designs like Mr. Hoffman Tactical, who created this super safety design while the force reset stuff was still going on in court back and forth. Then you've got other companies coming out with this. Like, this is actually like a satire thing. It's a 3D printed little piece of plastic that's selling for way too much money. And it's actually to make your Chris Vector go super fast as well. And there's other designs as well. So the point I'm trying to make is, seems like to me that everyone is on board with the force reset trigger, coming out with their own designs for several different firearms. Let me show you this real quick here, including this right here. It's a force reset design for Glocks. You can see there's lots of different designers out there coming out with their own force reset trigger. And just so you know, my understanding is out of all of these, the Glock one seems the least reliable. We've got a weird dynamic going on. On one side of the table, we've got all these companies coming out with their own forced reset designs, mostly for handguns, but we are seeing some additional innovation in other spaces like MP5s, Chris Vectors, Jackals, ARs, obviously. Everyone's coming out with their own design. On the other side of the table, we've got Rare Breed Triggers, the ATF, and who knows who else actually going after these different companies for being innovative and creating their own force reset designs. For example, you've got, and I'll show you here, you guys probably know this. This is Lars Monaco, the owner of Rare Breed Triggers, president. One of these other individuals here is his lawyer, and they are actually going after AS Designs. They actually showed up at the GOA Golds event in Knoxville this year, handing out cease and desist letters. Now, this is a public event. It's not an industry event, but they're actually handing out letters, legal cease and desist letters, going after everyone, including AS Designs here, including Hoffman Tactical, who has his own booth there, including several other people that they had a problem with being innovative. So that's going on. Of course, now my understanding without having actually talking to my GOA contacts is that these guys, Lawrence and Monaco, has been kicked out and banned from this event and possibly future GOA events as well. Look, everybody commenting. None of us are about any of this legal bullshit that they're trying to pull. There's a lot more to it than just that. I mean, basically, Rare Breed, who was once the hero of the Second Amendment space fighting the ATF, they've more or less become the villain. They didn't die the hero. They lived long enough to become the villain. And now they're going after people with any kind of forced reset design. It's a really weird dynamic, these two different sides. The people that want to create their own designs, and then Lawrence Monaco, the ATF, and everyone who's trying to stop or at least control it. So, very strange dynamic. In fact, it's even bled into other events, such as this announcement here. Now, this is from a while ago, 19 days ago, that TriggerCon 2025 has been canceled. We want to inform you that TriggerCon 2025 will be postponed. This decision was not made lightly after careful consideration of the circumstances surrounding the event. We have determined that rescheduling is the most responsible course of action to ensure the long-term success and sustainability of TriggerCon. Our commitment remains to delivering a high-quality, well-executed event that benefits the entire firearms industry, and we believe this pause is necessary to maintain that standard. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this may cause and greatly appreciate your understanding and continued support. We remain dedicated to fostering innovation, connection, and community within the firearms space, and we will be sharing updates and further details about the 2026 event in the coming months. If you have any questions or would like to discuss your refund or reservation options, please don't hesitate to contact us directly at info@triggercon.com. Thank you again for your partnership and understanding. Sincerely, the TriggerCon team. Now, this is not substantiated, but my understanding is the consensus is after the crap that Lawrence and Monaco pulled at the GOA Goals event, after this happened, that has really turned a lot of people away from possibly having their own events because they're worried that Rare Breed triggers will show up trying to hand out more layers to people, whether it's a public or an industry-only event. So, kind of a weird dynamic, kind of a weird space we're in. How do you guys feel about this? I personally think FRTs are great. I think that they should be 100% legal and allowed. And I feel like Rare Breed triggers may be overstepping their patent of what exactly is included in their patent and their requirements to enforce said patent. But let me know what you guys think. It's just a weird spot we're in right now because I feel like almost at any point the ATF or someone could come knocking and start snatching up all these handgun FRTs and shutting these companies down while also taking their customer list with them. It's not like we haven't seen this before, right? So let me know what you guys think. The meta does seem to be shifting. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. We will see you next time.